What's up, everyone? I'm back with my one-year review. It's been a while. I'm a little late on this review. I bought my car on January 5th of 2016. This is the Toyota Rav4 Hybrid XLE. And today is February 24th. So I'm almost at 1 year, 2 months. And it's a really rare day in Connecticut today. As you can see behind my car in the shade there is some snow, and I think it's over 70 degrees today, which is just crazy. So I figured I'd make a quick video finally. I did wash my car. Last week it was in the 60s for one random day as well, so I was able to wash it at home, and it's still pretty clean here 4 or 5 days later. But I think most importantly for my 1 year review, I should start off by saying that I have not had any problems with this car mechanically. I haven't really had any problems at all. This is a new one. This hasn't happened to my screen yet, it just did. I have 3 screens normally, so I'm missing my radio and the hybrid system monitor. Let's see if turning it off does anything. No, the radio doesn't care. The radio still works, but I'm sure a restart of the car will fix this. But actually, let's try holding this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I wasn't watching. Oh, and I'm trying to drive while I do this. Holding it down actually reset it. Oh, there we go. Turn it back on. Well, that worked. I hadn't tried that before. Some people had said that if you hold it down it'll work, but it just hadn't happened to me in months. And I used to have it where the radio would freeze, or the screen would just freeze, where this time, instead of freezing, half of it turned black, as you saw. This is the first year of the Rav4 Hybrid, so I was a little concerned about that when I was buying it. You know how the first year of a new model, they usually have to weed out a few issues. I had one recall for the back door, which I think might have been on all the Rav4s, even the gas one. Something with the power mechanism. I think it might have been a computer fix only, where it was there was some issue where it opened automatically without someone pushing the button at one point. I don't really know. Other than that, the car went in for its 2 services from Toyota. They include 2 years of free service, so it went in at 6 months. I have a video out for that one. At 1 year, I brought it in and it got its oil change and something else, and those are nice because it's totally free, and you get a car wash, even in the dead of winter. But if we go back in, and this white paint's really holding out well. It's been no problems with that. You know what, the car just started. I didn't know what that noise was. I left the car on, so I'm gonna turn it off. I guess the battery, for whatever reason, got low. One thing I can also say on that note is I cannot figure this hybrid system out at all. Just when I think I have it figured out, it works differently. So I just have it on now. I push this the power button twice, so it's on. But you know, it's just like turning your key twice to the auxiliary. You know, it's showing 3 bars of battery, so I'm shocked that it turned on. I don't have any clue why it turned on. I don't have the heat on or anything like that. Sorry for my phone here. It doesn't focus well at all. See that? It says 72 degrees outside. So like I said, it's February 24th, and I'm in Connecticut, so it's a random warm day. My car has through the winter suffered in MPG, just like any other car, I feel. During the summer I was averaging in the middle to high 30s, and in the winter I think I had 1 tank at 29 and then a few in the low 30s. But I will update my MPG totals. I'll put that on the screen at the end of this video, a full year's worth. For this tank I have 39 miles left, and I've been getting 32.6 according to this. That is usually quite accurate. Sometimes it's off by a mile per gallon, but it's really not much more than that ever. As you can see, I only have 7,766 miles on the car. Quick review on the seats. I've said many times I love these cloth seats. I've always had leather, but I find these to be very comfortable, warm in the winter, although they are not heated, and cooler in the summer than leather. You know, they do show a little, dirt and dust and whatnot. I haven't cleaned the inside since probably October. In the winter I don't get to do that much. Same with down there, I haven't vacuumed, so this is just real world, what the black interior looks like. It really looks worse, I feel, looking through the camera. It actually sees the light better down there than I can see with my own eyes. Just to review here again, you got this big area where you can hold your sunglasses here. There's also a sunglass thing up here. I just find it quicker to throw them down here. Your phone will fit here. This is an older iPhone with a big, I forget what this case is called, but work gave me this case where you could drop it off a building and it won't break. These are obviously huge cup holders. The phone does fit nicely in this little corner pocket, however you want to do it, or up here. That thing was like designed around the phone. I feel it fits perfect. There is a cigarette lighter here that I have this little splitter hooked up to with these different chargers. Obviously you don't have to have that. You could also charge off the USB port here, which I have a USB drive-in to play music off of. There's auxiliary there to play music, but there is Bluetooth wireless streaming as well. This was a Christmas gift, which is kind of cool. It adds more USB there, and it actually fluxes. So if you're into the movie at all, it's a good little prop. Anyways, one thing I could say about this thing, this is like, I think it's a 32 gig. I have 4,000 or 5,000 songs on that. I've had that in 2 of my last cars, and it's always worked really well. Unfortunately, let me see if I can get some of this glare off. I don't know if the sunroof is causing that, or, yeah. It's a little better. Let me turn the radio on here. We'll go to USB. See how it's not showing any information as to the song name, and it's very random. Let me go to the next song here. Oh, this actually, it looks like it only has, in this folder, there's 1,500 songs. So right there, it tells the whole song name, and then it doesn't. And then I'll flip to the next song, it says it. You go to the next song, it's good, and there it's not. So I think it's like, it can't read at least 30% of them, where my last 2 cars do not have this problem. And my Toyota Sienna does not have this problem. So it's just a nuisance. It's not a huge deal, but if you do that a lot, it's annoying. It plays the song just fine. It just doesn't say anything about the name of it. Another thing I find annoying about this radio is I can't fast forward when I'm on this USB stick. At least not that I know of. My CR-V had a button similar to this, but instead of going to the next song, it seeked forward, just in case there's a 10-minute song and you want to listen halfway through or whatever. My kids always want parts of certain songs, and can't do that in here. Not the end of the world. And I will say that it's very slow accessing that. When I turn it on, oops, if I go to let's go to XM. This is fine. Oh, did you see that? How loud? You probably not see that, but you probably can't tell in the video, but it got very loud. XM radio, the normal radio, the volume's a lot louder. When you put on the thumb drive, it could just be the compression of the MP3s and the quality of them, but it's you have to really turn the volume up more. But once you do that, it's not like it sounds distorted or anything. So normally when I want to go to my thumb drive, I'd hit audio here and just go to the USB, and in the morning this can just take forever. It will come up and I'll hit next and it won't go to the next song. Let's see if it'll do it. I'll turn the car off. Turn it back on. Go 2 hits here. Okay, it's coming on. You gotta wait. Alright, so here it is. The music's playing. I see that I don't hear anything. Alright, so. Oh. Alright, again, can't display the thing. Now if I want to go to the next song. Oh, it's working now. No, it keeps going to the same song. It can't... Oh, there it goes. Now this is back to Tupac. The 2 number is the first thing in alphabetical order in my list. So it's like lost right now. It can't... It has to search and like re-index everything before it can... I have it on random, but it's not going random at all. So it's just a little bit of a nuisance. Like I said, the important things, the car's been great. I'll show you the numbers at the end, but I think I've averaged really close to 35 miles per gallon for the first year, and even during the winter, a bad month is in the low 30s, like I'm at right now. I think, like I said, I think at one time it showed 30, and I filled up, and my math said 29 point something, and that was like the lowest I've had. Mostly city driving. I'm on the highway here and there. The back seat, I still have these big full car seats for my twin kids. They have plenty of space back there. I am 6'3" and fit perfectly fine in this car. If you watched my other videos, it's something I talk about as well. For whatever reason, it's like an optical illusion. Somehow in this car, in the Rav4, they've fit for at least how I sit. Just a lot of space for the driver here. The way my knee sits low and I'm comfortable. The CR-V, I had a lot less space than I felt, and like a Jeep Grand Cherokee I tried to buy, that thing was great up front, but the back seat had no space when I pulled it all the way back. And you just gotta, if you're interested in this car, I really suggest just going, sitting in them, sit in all of them. If you don't have time to test drive, go in the dealer, just sit in a showroom car, see what you're comfortable in. Another thing worth noting, I've always driven in the eco mode. See down there under the 77, it says eco mode. There are different modes, as most of you know. There's EV only is not really needed. It will go EV only when it can. If you're going slow enough, it goes EV only in parking lots. Watch my other videos to see more on that. And then sport actually does make a difference. It's not a button you push and nothing happens. I will admit that when I push that, I do feel it holds gears longer and it feels faster. I just don't feel it's really worth it or necessary for the commute I have in this car. And I was showing over here. I will say this center console is pretty great. It's a good size. It doesn't have any of the any toys in it. It doesn't have like a charging port of any sort, cigarette lighter. But it's a good size. And then you got this separate top one here for papers. It's not very deep and whatnot, but there's no, in this car at least, there's no like vents back here for the rear seats. I guess the big question is, should you buy the Rav4 hybrid or a gas-only Rav4? Or one of the other CUVs, like Honda just redid the CR-V, and Mazda's always had fun little ones. So I imagine if you're watching this video, though, you're more into the hybrid, and I would definitely suggest it. I really like the hybrid. It does have more horsepower than the normal Rav4 gas-only model. I think the rims look better on the XLE model than the gas XLE model. It's just nice, less trips to the gas station, which is huge for me. And it's just neat when you're driving down the street and your engine's off and you're at a red light and your engine turns off. It just makes sense. So, and also for me, I went with the XLE in 2016 hybrid and got the convenience package, and when I was doing my comparisons, it was $450 more for an XLE with convenience package hybrid over an XLE gas only with convenience package. So that $450 difference I'll pay off in probably 2 years in gas, and after that it's all profit depending on how long I keep this car. The hybrid system comes with an 8-year warranty, so that's not a huge concern. And, you know, if you have a bit of a green thumb, then why not? I don't think there's any reason to hold back from a hybrid, this hybrid that is. Also, I live in Connecticut. We've had some big snowstorms. I do have a snow video out. Check that out if you haven't seen it already. The car did just fine in all the snowstorms this year. I have the stock, I forget what they're called. Is it Geolander? I think they're called, yeah. Geolander G91 tires on here. They're all seasons. And they did just fine. Obviously, they were brand new. They only had like 5,000 miles on them, but no problems in the snow. The MPGs did go down in the winter, but I feel it's the same with every car. You know, you can expect low 30s in the winter, and if you drive this thing in the city and you have a light foot, you can expect up near 40 during the summer. That's it for now. If you like this video, check out my other ones. I have like 20 other ones, like I've been saying, and give it a thumbs up if it helped you. If there's still any unanswered questions, leave me a comment.